Hello, everybody. I'm the Grand Blue, bringing you, as promised, a review of Independence Day Resurgence. But before I begin, I'd like to first say Happy Independence Day and Happy 4th of July to all my lovely subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed and you're watching this video, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. It really does help me out. Anyway, on to the movie. Now, let's see where to begin. Let's go ahead and do a quick recap of the last movie. In the last movie, aliens came to pretty much kill everyone. Or so we thought. Apparently they were looking for something else, but I'll get to that. So they were coming, invading the planet, and Goldblum discovered their signal that could be used to destroy their defenses. Yeah. And, of course, we had Will Smith, and we had a bunch of other side characters in the movie. They beat the aliens thanks to the inspiring words of the president, who did this huge speech in the last movie, which, actually is very important, apparently. It's platinumized. So, yeah, so Goldblum, and the thing is about this movie is, like, it actually does continue. It's an actual continuation sequel, not one of those sequels that go on for a while, but like they brought back a bunch of the actors from the original movie, including actors that you didn't think were going to make it into this one. There are side characters from the last one that get much bigger roles in this one, and I'll get to the character who gets that in a minute. But first, let's talk about something. This is a pet peeve of mine that I'm going to go ahead and get into right from the start. I have a pet peeve. The entire world has taken the alien technology and has used it to advance civilization so that they can fight the aliens in case they ever come back. That is cool. And the machines that they've built, really cool. They got giant cannons that fire off plasma blasts and jets that can fly into space. They got these weird, like, crane things. They're just ships with giant arms, which I kind of thought someone was going to use them to punch an alien, but they didn't. Almost all of civilization all of humanity has become in peace. Everyone's happy. Because aliens came by, everybody got rid of their differences and decided, you know what? Let's team up, everyone in the world, because aliens are going to kill us. Not a bad thing. So they let you know that at the beginning because it's actually very important. Kind of. But what I thought was kind of weird was they actually do show you bits of other parts of the world. And they showed landmarks being destroyed, and even Goldblum made a joke, which I thought was pretty funny. He got a lot of funny lines in this one, and his line was, "Always have to destroy always have to go for the landmarks, don't you?" I thought that was kind of cool. Like, in there, oh man, last time they got rid of the White House. This time they're going for I think it was a bridge in Britain. I think they went for Big Ben, Eiffel Tower, like a lot. Like, it's a big thing that destroys all this stuff. But like, you see those parts of the world, and I couldn't help but feel like America, like especially in DC, they got most of the technology. I thought, at least visually, it looked like America got most of the advanced technology, which I thought was kind of weird. Did America get first dibs because they're the ones who actually destroyed the aliens? I don't know. I don't know how that worked. But like, that's just a pet peeve because, like, and even then, like, the only thing they advanced were weapons. Like, they're supposed to have like super advanced weaponry, I think it's like in 10 years from right now, or maybe 11 years. No, 10 years from now, they have like flying jets and go into space, but like no cars can fly. There is literally a scene where they're driving cars. They have the same convoy scene, and there's a bus, and like I'm just thinking, why no flying cars? You finally get the ability to fly, and you don't utilize it like at all. Like I don't know. That was just a small thing that I realized about it. So let's move on to some story elements, shall we? The story in this is pretty good. It drops right off. So in the last movie, Goldblum detected a signal being blasted out. He thought it was a warning, so people don't mess with Earth. It was not a warning. No, it was the aliens sending the transmission of the president's speech. He was sending it to the one of the queens. The aliens have like a hive mind, so he sent it to one of the queens, and the queen was like, "Oh, really?" It was a distress call, is what it was. So the queen's like, "All right, let's do this. Let's go. Let's do it." So big ship came by this time around. This thing, the best way I can describe it is a scene from the movie. One of them says, "The ship's going to be landing in the Pacific." Which part? The whole Pacific. I'm just like, this thing's as big as the Pacific Ocean and more. Like, this thing is huge. Like, that giant cloud thing? Yeah, that wasn't in the trailers. Yeah, the giant cloud, that wasn't like a weapon. That was the ship. That was the ship that this thing is in. And it was like really cool. We get some new characters in this movie. We get Will's son, and yeah, I'm gonna get. I might as well address the elephant in the room. Will Smith is dead in this movie, and he died quite possibly, in my opinion, the worst way that character could have been killed. So when they got all this technology, they built, the first rocket to go into space with all this new technology, and Will Smith was in the first one, and it blew up, and that's how he died. Like, really? Like, it was a big plot point. That was a big part of his character from the last movie, that he wanted to be an astronaut, and when he gets that chance, he dies. Really? That's how he's gonna go? Will Smith goes out like that. That's a sad way to die for him. I kind of wanted him to die via, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they could have made up a disease or said he died of old age or something. I don't know. But they could have come up with something better, in my opinion. The way he went, I didn't like too much. It made sense. I'll give it that much. Which is, a nice breath of fresh air. Because again, they could have just had him die from so and so disease, from being up in space with the aliens. I don't know, so and so disease. Um, but yeah, he dies, and his son is now a leader of like these new elite fighters who get like jets that can fly into space with a hyperdrive. And there's one from each like important continent. One from China is a semi-main character. She doesn't really do much. Then to be a love interest for another side character. And then there's another character who I think is the main character, who is married to the old president's daughter. Um, Again, I don't remember a lot of these names. I'm not very like, I was too focused on the story aspect to like really focus on the names. But they had some. I think they tried to replace Will. Will's son is not the replacement of Will. It's not. His character's replacement is not him. His character's replacement is our main character, pretty much, who kind of is a mess up. He's kind of a screw up. He's on the moon base, and he messes up all kinds of stuff. Like, honestly, this movie, I don't know what it is. It's not bad, But okay, so back to the story here, because this is the big plot point of the movie is this fear thing that's like a super advanced alien who's turned himself and herself into a robot, and um like it's what the aliens fear. The aliens are scared of this thing because it it's pretty much the only thing that knows how to kill them in the universe. It is actually trying to build a team to take them out, like Space Avengers or something. Um, and like just like in the last movie, when the aliens start showing up, things turn on. Like shut down ships start activating again. Like the lights turn on. And there's the scientist from the last movie who like melded with one of the aliens. You know, the one who from Area 51, which apparently is now a national landmark. Apparently, but yeah, the scientist from Area 51 who the alien used to talk through, he's been in a coma the entire time. From the span of the first movie when he got knocked out to now, he's been in a coma. And when the aliens started, arriving, coming towards us, he woke up like, oh my God, what? You're old. Like he's just like realizing, wow, it's been a long time. They have that moment, but it's like really short. And even the president, the old president, is starting to get like visions. Like everyone around the world is starting to get visions and stuff because the aliens are coming. And a small problem with mine is Goldblum sees that the ship, an old ship that landed in the last movie, showed up, and he sees that the lights are on, like it's turned on now. Now everything's turned on. What I'm surprised about is his character didn't think. He's supposed to be the smart guy, and he didn't think, this is pretty similar to the last time this happened. Because in the last movie, aliens show up, lights turn on some of the spaceships. That happened in the last one. So this time, maybe after seeing the big ship turn on by itself, maybe he would have realized, maybe we should do something instead of just looking at it. So yeah, I don't know. I thought it was kind of dumb of him. And there's just like he's got his own side character. He's got his own sidekick, and another character who's kind of awesome. I was like a badass. Like machetes killed aliens. Like his entire tribe killed aliens with machetes. Kind of cool. He was kind of our BA of the group. He was kind of cool. But yeah, so everything turns on. He realizes that things are coming. Things are on their way. Things are gonna be going down. And the orb thing, they thought that was the aliens, so they shot it down. So now Goldblum's like, we need to get that device. Perhaps the aliens could be, it could be a weapon, maybe a weapon. So, they get it, and it turns out it's what they fear. It's what the aliens fear. It's their greatest fear, their greatest enemy. So, Area 51 doctor guy, who, by the way, gets a much bigger role in this one, and I really liked him in this go-round. He, is trying to crack this thing open, and when he does, they come up with a plan because the sphere can't be detected. So, but only the aliens can detect them. And when they open this up, they show the queen of all these aliens, and she's like, okay, we gotta go get this and we gotta destroy it. All right, let's do this. And she armors up like an Iron Man scene. It's just like her armor comes out, ascends, and she's huge, dude. Like, whoa. And like her armor comes out, she gets in her armor, and it's just like, all right, let's do this. And then everything goes down because before she baited everyone, and everyone thinks everyone's dead. Like the fighter jets are dead, everyone thinks. But it turns out like the ship is so big, it has its own gravitational pull and its own ecosystem within inside of it. It is insane. And they're like fighting through this. And I kind of wish that was the movie. I wish that was the movie instead of like, what we got was good, but like I like seeing that the entire ship had its own ecosystem. I kind of wish that the jets went in, blew up, and then when we realized they were survived, the movie would have just focused on them, like for the rest of the movie. Like I wish that their journey from point A to point B, without jets, without technology, with nothing, should have been the entire movie. Kill the queen, grab the ships, get out. I thought that would have been a much cooler movie considering that the ship had its own ecosystem. I thought it would have been pretty cool. But another thing is this movie kind of shows me that a Metroid movie would be cool. I don't know why. I got a Metroid vibe from it. Mother, queen, alien, and guns and stuff. I kind of got a idea that maybe Metroid might be a cool movie to make. Better than Minecraft. It would be much cooler. Um, but everyone's realizing, all right, we got to do this. We got to do this. We got to destroy the aliens. But they don't come up with that idea until after the ex-president, the guy from the last movie, he come in with his cane and his beard, and he's just like, inspiring speech. Like he does an inspiring speech. I am convinced that that is the only reason he's there. The only reason he's there is so he can give another speech, which he does, and it's pretty good. It's a pretty good one. It's not as epic as the last one, but just like the last one, he gets in a jet, which I don't know why he was even able to do that because like throughout this whole ordeal, he's been using a cane. He's walking around in a cane. He's been really injured. He melded with an alien. And I'm just like, dude, how are you flight ready? Like, seriously, confidence is one thing, but dude, how old are you? You should not be in one of those things. And it was only to protect his daughter, which, that was nice. He transports the fake orb that the alien's supposed to follow. They beat the aliens, but the orb is just like, all right, I need you guys to lead the resistance. I really do. Okay, these guys are bad. And we find out what the aliens' purpose is. So what their thing is they go to different planets and drill to the core. Like our molten core, they were drilling in the last movie, and they drilled in this one to get the core so they can suck it up to fuel their ship. So the orb says, all right, I want you guys to, lead the resistance. You've taken these guys down twice with like barely anything to help you. So let's go ahead and get you guys in on this because obviously you got this. So, and we don't know what else will happen, but apparently interstellar travel has been hinted. So I have a feeling we'll get a third one. I think for the third one we'll get like the fighter jet characters, but I don't think we'll get Goldblum and the scientist in the third one if there is one. They kind of hinted at it though. A third one that's like supposed to be even bigger, like to finish off these aliens. Yeah. Um, but that's pretty much the movie, and all in all, not bad actually. At least I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was as bad as people say. It definitely had its problems, but like I don't know, it was a fun movie to watch. I didn't hate it, you know. It's not like I'm here. Oh man, this movie was like so stupid. Like, oh my, why did they do this? Why did they do this? Why it didn't make sense that they did this? Like, there were scenes that you have to go, what? Why is there a bus? Why is he driving a bus with these kids? Why are these kids even in this movie? Like, there's some kids that I swear won a contest to be in Independence Day 2, and I don't know. But, like, it's not a bad movie, though. It's not bad. It could have been a lot worse. Okay, could have been so much worse than it was. Will Smith wasn't in this movie, and they knew that they had to amp their game up because Will Smith wasn't in it. Because like that was the thing that everyone hated. Oh man, this movie's gonna suck. No Will Smith, man, this movie's gonna suck. Will Smith isn't in it, and it wasn't bad. Okay, I gave this movie the benefit of the doubt, but here's the thing: the last movie wasn't bad either. But its advertisement was so good and hyped you up so much that like the payoff wasn't worth it. And I think it's kind of the reverse on this one. The reverse on this because like in the trailer, you see that the world's blowing up. You see that, but like you don't know why. You don't know what that smoke is. You don't know what that is. Is that a cloud? Is that a weapon? You don't know what it is. And when you find out that it's the entire alien ship, that's kind of awesome. Like I was sitting in the theater and going, "What? That's an entire ship? What? Things just got real." Like there's moments in this movie where like this, look, this movie is pretty predictable. I will give it that. This movie is predictable. But it's not the worst thing in the world. It really isn't. So it is worth a watch for your 4th of July. It is worth a watch any day. And until next time, everybody, I'm the Grand Blue. Tune in on Thursday for Central Intelligence Review. And of course, tune in sometime this week for a review, a breakdown of Ben 10 and what Cartoon Network has decided to do to it. Until next time, I'm the Grand Blue. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. Bye bye.